going to be. He gets away from one tackle. Lefty's still running. Cuts back up. Lefty's still on his feet. Lefty's still on his feet. He's down the sideline. He's headed for pay dirt. Touchdown, Dragons!
By the right side, that's going to be wrapped up right there, Gary. That one, good job by the Dragons coming in and stopping that one up.
You know, it's that Gibson was rushing off the right end, and he came free, and it was him and McCurry one-on-one back there. And Gibson grabbed him by the shirt and jerked him down for about a 4-yard loss. So Sequatchie County going to have to kick this away.
And it'll be Christopher Lack to kick it away. Lack will kick it away. Back deep is Stover, I believe. Stover's just been, Gary, a step away from breaking a couple of them.
Yeah, he has, and just hadn't been able to get loose.
Bad snap and a poor punt as it rolls out right about the 50-yard line. And, Gary, that was a bad snap. The kicker had to go down on the ground and pick it up, and York almost got a paw on it.
I kind of thought he was on his knee, Gary. I thought that might should have been down back there, but they didn't call it, and he got about 18 yards worth of roll to make that a decent kick, and York going to take over at their own 47-yard line. Great field position for this first drive.
First drive for the Dragons. They got it 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. We'll see what the Dragons do in their first possession. Able to stuff the wing T formation of the Indians. And now it'll be up comes York. They got their jumbo package. They'll give it off to Cooper left side, and Cooper going to bang straight ahead for about 4, Gary.
Yeah, actually, he gets a good spot. Give him about 6 yards, okay, Gary, on that carry. And they just ran that off the left side and behind Ricky Clark. Ricky Clark kind of kicked the defensive lineman in, gave him a little bit of a running lane. He got 6 yards out of it.
Gary, for their York to have run that wing T for the last 2 years, that's got to be really good for York's defensive squad.
Well, it looked good on the first drive, Gary. They should be used to it.
They're going to head out to Gibson. This time Gibson going to be wrapped up right at the 45-yard line, maybe got a half a yard or so. But good to see Gibson just back out there, Gary.
Yeah, give him about a yard on that one. It's going to be 3rd and about 3 here, so a big 3rd down for the Dragons.
Now, the winner of this one pretty much punches their ticket to the playoffs, so this is a huge game for both teams. And York right now got their first possession. They're inside the Indians' territory. Sequatchie County went 3 and out. And they're going to have to big Ricky Bobby, and he'll go straight ahead, and he's going to be hard to bring down. He gets to the 41 for a condition. Heating and cooling. Dragon, first down.
Just that quick hitter to the fullback, Gary, and Ricky Clark carrying it right between the guard and the center, and a couple of Sequatchie County players with him all the way down to the 41-yard line.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 41-yard line, and Lefty will bring them up. Got that jumbo package again as Lefty will bring him up under center. Looking to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Cooper, second man through. Cooper gets another good run, Gary. Good job by Big Ben.
Great job by Ben Cooper, and they're just running over that left side behind Levi Ramsey and Austin Cooper, and they're sending a tight end out there wide too, and but they're just out blocking them right now, and it's nice to see, because the timing hadn't always been there, but the blocks are there, the holes are opening, and York's getting 5 and 6 yards on first down. That's how they're going to win this game.
And York eating up the clock as well. So this time they're going to pitch it to Gibson. That one's going to hit the ground, and Gibson comes back up with it. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to lose some yards. And, Gary, that one looked like it may have hit the second guy through on the pitch.
That did hit Ben Cooper in the shoulder. That pitch, there was a little missed timing there, and that pitch hit Ben Cooper in the shoulder and did get to Gibson somehow, and he's able to pick it up and, probably should have been about a 8-9 yard loss, make it that he lost 5 on it.
So it's 3rd and 10 now for the Dragons. Back to the original line of scrimmage. They'll roll out. This time they'll pitch to Gibson left side. Gibson trying to get outside, and he's going to be spun down right about the 40. Got a yard, Gary, and that was good pursuit by the Indians.
It was, and that was a little misdirection play. They had all the blocking going right in the backs except Gibson and Lefevue, and Lefevue made the pitch, and Sequatchie County wasn't fooled, had about 4 white shirts there to make that tackle.
And it looks like going back is Stover to punt. So Stover will punt it as Castillon not playing tonight. He was gone during spring break or fall break, and now that was a nice punt. That is a great punt, and it's going to go into the
end zone.
In the end zone. That was a great punt by Stover, Gary. That was at least about, what, a 50-yarder?
Well, it was at the 41-yard line, so officially 41 yards, be a net of 21. But that was a great high spiraling punt. Actually hit about the 2-yard line. York trying to cover it. It bounces into the end zone, and they couldn't get on it before it fell.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Indians, as quarterback Campbell will bring him up, Peyton Campbell. And he's got the 2 wings set and the big fullback in the backfield. He'll hand it off over the right side, and that's going nowhere. Actually lost a yard or 2.
Yeah, that was number 34 on the carry. That's Tyler Lynn, and he gets the carry, and York is pursuing that run, Gary, and they had about 5 purple shirts over there to make that a loss of 1.
So now it's going to be 2nd and long for the Indians. We've got 6.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1, and no score on the scoreboard yet. York has the Indians backed up to a 2nd and 11, and Gary, the wing T formation not designed for a 2nd and 11.
It's not, and York overplaying the run right now, and they can throw the ball out of this and do every once in a while, but you're right, it's not a long yardage offense.
They send in Kobe Turner. They're going to hand it off up the middle, the big fullback, and I think he dropped the ball, and Gary York's saying they come up with it.
No signal yet, Gary, and it is York football.
Looked like Gibson come out there with it. No, actually, yeah, it was Gibson come out with it.
Yeah, they give that ball to the guy in, number 6. That was Kobe Turner, and he fumbles it. And York recovers. Golden opportunity. They take over at the 18-yard line.
And York now with a 1st and 10 on the 18 on the turnover. And the Dragons now in great field position as they'll come back up that jumbo package. Big Ricky Clark leading the way. They'll hand it off to Cooper. Cooper up the middle. Cooper bangs off 1. He's all the way down to about the 6-yard line, so it's going to be a conditioned heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Great run by Ben Cooper just off that left side. They're wearing out the left side of the offensive line here on the right side of the Sequatchie County defense, and Ben bounces off a couple and looked like he's about to break that.
And now up will come the Dragons as they'll hand it off this time to Cooper again, I believe, and he gets down very close. It's going to be about 1 yard line, Gary, from where they're coming in on the side.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark that. I'm going to say they're going to mark it about the 2, Gary, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. Another tough run, though, by Ben Cooper, and, hey, keep going to this. This is positive yardage offense right now.
And now they got a new guy up front, and that one's going to be pushed into the end zone for a touchdown, Dragons. Left you on the keeper on that one.
Yeah, actually, they didn't even fake that. He went right behind the right guard there, which is Austin Cooper, and just pushed that into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons. Great possession.
And Michaela coming in to try to tack on the extra point. She'll line it up. And the kick is up. The kick is right down the middle. And York takes a 7-0 lead with 5:09 to go in the first.
In Coach Charles Vaughn's 17 years of coaching, he took his team to the state playoffs and led them in multiple district and bowl championships. His life modeled teamwork, integrity, and hard work. I'm Joey Vaughn, and this man not only was my dad, but he was my coach. I grew up learning these values, and they are a large part of what Meta-Thrift Pharmacy is founded on. Come out and support our York football team.
Back here where York gets the run in, a short run for Lefevue, as Miles Lefevue gets the first touchdown. I believe that's his first touchdown as a York Dragon, Gary.
I kind of think it is. I can't remember him scoring this year.
And there's another squib kick going to be taken by the up man. He's just going to fall on it at the 32-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Indians, trailing 7-0.
Yeah, they're not kicking that deep. Dakota Beanie is the deep man for Sequatchie County, and staying away from him for some reason.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10. And Gary, York had some trouble last week with the kickoffs and the stopping the return.
Yeah, they did. Much better through 2 kickoffs this week.
And now it's going to be a spread offense for the Indians, as taking the snap will be the quarterback. He's going to keep it himself. He's hit, breaks the tackle. Still on his feet, gets up the 40-yard line, as that was a good run there by Campbell.
Yeah, actually, Zach Gibson had him and got his shoe, took his shoe off, but he couldn't do anything else with him as he got away and actually gets about 8 yards on the carry.
Be a 2nd down now as Campbell brings his unit up. Now they're back in the spread offense. We expected the wing T, but they're coming out showing a little change in plans now, as over to the right of him is McCurry. McCurry over number 7 to his right. Got 2 men split out wide to the right, and he drops the football. He picks it up. He gets away from one, gets away from another, but now he's going to be ran out of bounds way back at the 35-yard line. Gary, we got a flag on top of it.
Yeah, I think there was holding also possibly, Gary, and, it's going probably back Sequatchie County up here. That's in the area of holding anyhow, and looked like they were trying to seal the corner and couldn't get it done even with the hold.
So
they're calling unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay, so something evidently a little chippy going on at the end of it. Gary, that'll be a dead ball foul if I'm correct.
Well, it depends if it was in play or not, so we'll see here.
He threw the flag after the quarterback went out of bounds.
If it is after the play, then the down will count, obviously. So
we'll see what the
3rd down. He's signaling 3rd down. So, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It was after the play because something over here about the 40-yard line, a couple of them tangled up. And
Joe, right in the middle of the line, in the middle of the field, Gary, you certainly look like in the area of holding, but they got unsportsmanlike conduct instead.
Sequatchie County 3rd and forever. They'll throw it out. They got a man out there. He breaks a tackle, and he's going to get the 1st down. Gary, that was a good-looking throw from Campbell.
It was on the money, and that goes to number 27. That's Connor Donahue making the catch there, and a big gain and a 1st down for Sequatchie County.
So York had a golden opportunity to pin them back deep, and now they've let them out of the hole, Gary.
Yeah, they have, and moves that ball out to the 43-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
York having trouble with that same problem they had last week, hanging on and wrapping up. They're not been able to bring the runner down once he makes a catch. And here he goes again, Campbell in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his right.
It's been blown dead.
Somebody evidently moved before the snap.
Yeah, so this will be false start or
illegal shift.
And this will be a 5-yard penalty against Sequatchie County.
False start, so that'll back them up 5. But now York really got something, Gary, to have to contend with. They weren't expecting this spread offense at all. They were expecting the wing T that they had played themselves for the past several years.
Yeah, a little different look. And, we saw York do this last year when the wing T was struggling some, and Sequatchie County doing the same.
And now the quarterback going to be sacked, so break out the groceries, because coming in and knocking him down was the Dragons' number.
That was Connor Warden, number 52 on the sack, and a big loss all the way back to the 29-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and forever, Gary. 2nd officially, I guess, about 24.
So the Indians getting scalped on that one. Max them all the way back up to the 28, 29-yard line. They got to get all the way to York's 46 for the 1st down.
Nice play by Warden. Come through untouched, Gary.
Now they're looking to throw again. He's going to break out and run, and he's going to get hit and dropped. Gary, good job there again by Connor Warden.
Warden and Evan Tompkins there to help him finish it up. So those guys sack him again all the way back to the 25-yard line. So this will be 3rd and 29. So long way to go for Sequatchie County on 3rd down here.
The Indians backing up like the French Army at this point as they're all the way back now to the 25-yard line. Going to make it 3rd and about forever. They got to get to Pine Haven to get this one. And they'll throw out the little quick screen, and that one, he lost even more yards, Gary.
Yeah, he slipped and fell. That was the McCurry on the catch out of the backfield and lost about a yard, about 2 yards. So they went backwards on this one. And you see some of the downfalls of a wing T team, Gary, that trying to throw the ball. And, they don't practice that a whole lot, and they don't, and it showed.
Yeah, you don't have those long snaps to contend with when you're running the wing T. Now back is Caden Stover as they'll get the kick off, and that one's straight up in the air, and it's going to hit and take a bounce for Sequatchie County and roll all the way out to the 46-yard line of the Indians, Gary. Stover come up on that one. That one was sky high, but not very far.
No, Zach Gibson about got a hand on it, Gary. He was bull rushing off the right corner, had a guy on him, but made an attempt at it and just missed it his fingertips. So, but York taking over at the 46-yard line, leading 7-0, in good shape again here.
And we've got a $1:34 left to go here in the first quarter. And Gary, right now, the Dragons looking at these punts that this kicker's punted a couple times. They're going to have to bring their guys up a little closer.
They are, they are not getting any distance. So.
And now they're going to hand it off to Gibson. Gibson's going to be tripped up right at the line of scrimmage, falls ahead for about a yard or two.
I would give him close to 2, Gary. He leaned forward and gets it off. He actually gets it to the 43-yard line, close to 3 on that one. So they had him, stopped up pretty good in the hole there, and but he leaned forward for a couple.
And now we got a substitution for the Dragons as Clark goes out. They're going to head to the first man through, and that is number 35, and he's going to bull his way all the way up for another Dragon first down, looks like, Gary.
Yeah, that's Eli Kirby on the carry, and, moved it up. They're actually going to mark that short, Gary. It's going to be 3rd and very short.
3rd and about a foot, and, that's our problem is we've got numbers, and then we got number changes. So Kirby is number 35 tonight. He originally started this season as number 58, so they had to change some of that because of the positions they were playing. And now they'll hand it off to the back man. That's Gibson, and Gibson just bulls straight ahead, Gary, for about 3, and he's going to get the first down. A conditioned heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Yeah, put that about the 33-yard line, and Gibson just about didn't get the handoff, had that kind of around his waist, but still able to bull forward and get about 2.5 yards out of that in the first down. But you're talking about numbers. I'm just glad we can see the numbers this week, Gary.
That's true.
And after last week, and maybe keep everybody well informed of who's doing what.
And we've got a timeout, or actually not timeout on the field. End of the first quarter, end of 1. The Dragons lead it 7-0.
Pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes that you have a comfortable fall season. Ensure your comfort this year by getting your fall maintenance schedule with Condition Heating and Cooling. When you sign up for a year maintenance plan with us, you'll earn rewards with our new Eco Platinum Rewards program. We want all our customers to know how much we appreciate them by giving back something for their loyalty. Gain credit dollars each year you renew, along with some free items along the way. Hurry and book your spot today. Call Condition Heating and Cooling for more information to schedule your maintenance.
This is Marvin Long, your Twin Lakes Business Solutions Consultant. At Twin Lakes, we have an award-winning fiber broadband network providing superior solutions that allow local businesses to compete on a superior level. With speeds up to 1 gig, 1,000 megabits per second, you'll have capacity for cloud-based solutions, video conferencing, and IP phone systems, allowing your people to do what they do best. All speeds are synchronous, making the upload speed just as fast as the download speed. Give me a call today at 931-476-2151 to make sure your business is ready to handle the upcoming holiday season.
7-0 leads. We start the second. Gary Nod, a lot of stats in that first one, but York's had some short fields.
Yeah, they have, and, a good job by the York offense to move this forward, and to, keep getting positive yards.
So now it's going to be Quick out this time. They'll throw it out to, looks like Bilbrey on the reception. And Bilbrey's going to get down.
Yeah, that was just a little quick pass to Bilbrey. You know, they faked the handoff to the first back through. Leftview kind of jumped past that. Bilbrey ran just a little seam route there, was wide open, and move it all the way down to the 14-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons.
Conditioned heating and cooling. Dragon first down. York with a 1st and 10 to 14. They get a first down without scoring, which is good as they'll take snap and straight ahead goes Leftview. And Leftview maybe got a couple of yards, Gary, a yard or two before he got pulled down.
Well, Leftview saw a hole, and it was there, Gary. But his center shifted on him, and when he did, he ran into him, allowed the defense to converge on him, and, held that to about a yard gain. But there was a hole there, and it was a good awareness by him trying to find that hole.
And now he'll come up with a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off up the middle to Cooper. Cooper banging straight ahead. He's going to be close, looks like, to another first down, Gary.
That was Eli Kirby on the carry, Gary, and nice run by Kirby, and it's going to be 3rd and about 2, I think.
35 and 38 look a lot alike from way up here, especially with this dirty glass.
they're both in the game right now, too. Kirby's the up back, and Cooper's the middle guy.
So they'll get set now with a 3rd and short, and they'll hand it off over the right side, and I believe this was Cooper banging it down to the 1.
It was Ben Cooper, and I think he got it down between right at the 1-yard line. So
that's a conditioned heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Nice job by Ben Cooper. He's picked up several tough runs here in the early going, Gary, and York 1st and goal from the 2.
And they got Kirby up front. Then they've got behind him Cooper. But this is where we saw Leftview sneak it in the last time. They're going to hand it off up to Kirby, though. Kirby going to push straight ahead for a touchdown, Dragons.
Nice job. Leftview gave it to Kirby, the first man through, over the right side there behind Levi Ramsey and the center, which is Andrew Walker, and he just ran between those 2 guys into the end zone.
And in comes Michaela to try to tack on the extra point. Strong will put it down. Michaela will put it up, and she'll put it through. And the Dragons, with 10 minutes left to go in the first half, lead it 14-0.
Your days are filled with little happy moments like hiking a new trail.
Oh, yes. Nailed it.
Or when your best friend welcomes you home.
Hello, buddy.
Or that first sip of McCafe iced coffee from McDonald's.
So refreshing.
Get any size McCafe iced coffee for $1.69. Or grab any size Mickey D's sweet tea for $1. Try a large in the new cup that keeps your tea cold longer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Claim compared to prior large size beverage cup.
And back here where the birthday girl we found out, Michaela Reagan. Happy birthday, Michaela. Hits her 2nd extra point. Gary and the Dragons now got a 14-0 lead, looking strong here in the first half.
Moving the ball effectively, Gary, getting good yardage on first down and just keeping it moving, and have run it in twice now.
And that's going to be a little line drive, and that one's going to skip out of bounds, and that's going to be a penalty for the Dragons.
Yeah, that'll move it out to the 40-yard line. Tried to do the same thing again, but that one had a little more heat to it, Gary, and bounced a couple of times out of bounds.
So now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Indians. This is their best field position of the night.
Yeah, they have not started on either of the other 2 kickoffs very good field position. This time they'll scrimmage it from the 35. And
well, not much better than their last possession.
No, not really, but it'll be at the 35, and it'll be 1st and 10 here. York done a great job against this Sequatchie County offense, whether it's been the wing tee or whether they've spread it out with 3 receivers.
And here they spread it out again as Campbell in the shotgun fakes, and we got a movement before the start of the play, and I bet I didn't see any York players jump. Well, it is. It's going to be encroachment by the Dragons. I didn't see anybody jump, but
he must have touched somebody, and I didn't see it. I wasn't watching overly close, but Must have touched somebody for them to blow it dead. That probably should have been a free play, you would have thought.
Yeah, you would have thought they would let them have the free play, but it's going to be first down and 5. So when you care enough to give the very best, that's a hallmark moment for the Indians. As they'll take the snap, and that's on the ground again. I believe York's come up with it. The Dragons have come up with it again, Gary.
Evan Tompkins on the recovery, but that snap the handoff wasn't handled cleanly, and the ball on the ground, Evan Tompkins, there's 2 York kids there. Evan Tompkins falls on it, though, and York in business again.
Well, the Indians right now got that classic candy bar syndrome, Gary. They got butterfingers.
Yeah, that just was not a good handoff, Gary, and ball never made it and never made it cleanly, and it hit the ground. York falls on it.
Here come the Dragons, left you under center. Takes the snap, hands it to Gibson, and Gibson will go straight ahead, and he's going to get some yardage. Gary, when you get behind Ben Cooper and Ricky Clark, you're going to get some yardage.
You are, and York playing power football right now, Gary, and winning at it. And it's nice to see, because we hadn't really seen this year. But power football right in between, they're using the guards in the center and playing power football right up the middle, and they're winning at it right now.
And they're bringing Kirby back in now. It's Kirby, Cooper, and Gibson in the backfield. Under center goes Lefew. Lefew takes the snap, rolls. He's going to dump it off. Got a man out there. Good catch, and it's going to be brought down right there. I believe that was Stover on the catch, Gary.
It was Stover on the catch, and give him about 5 yards. A good play on first down. So
third and about a foot from the first.
Yeah, it's third and about a foot right now, so it's real close. Nice little play, though, and York has went into the playbook, and, these quick reads, quick passes, and that can be effective, Gary, especially for a young quarterback like Lefew, and he can effectively run that. The other pass play they done was just a little drop-back jump pass to Bilbrey in the seam, and that one worked well, too.
This time they're going to hand it off right up the middle to Kirby, and Kirby going to back. He'll have another condition, heating and cooling, Dragon first down.
He's getting effective runs, Gary. That one good for about 7. So when you got him getting 7 or 8 yards, Cooper getting 6 and 7, and, that's effective offense. You're going to move the ball that way.
And York's coming up quickly. They're coming back up, lined up quickly, going with some quick snaps, and they're going to hand it off this time up the middle, and that maybe got a yard with, I believe, Kirby on the carry.
Yeah, that was Kirby again. Not much doing there. Actually, he was wrapped up as he was getting the ball, Gary, so he didn't really, they're going to give him a couple on that one, but he leaned forward to get those.
Just some good forward momentum by him and some strong carries. As now the Dragons got it 2nd and 8. They'll drop back. Lefew's getting flushed out. Lefew's going to be dropped, and Lefew's going to be hit hard as he goes down. And that was almost helmet to helmet there on that tackle coming in from that right side.
Yeah, Braden Johnson was going low, and Lefew being dragged down, and it, like you said, there was some helmet-to-helmet contact there, but no flag, and that's a loss of about 3, so it'll be 3rd and 11.
So 3rd and long now for the Dragons as they'll come up. It'll be Lefew under center. Lefew. And the Indians almost jumped, but they're going to hand off to, is that Gibson on the carry?
That was Gibson on the carry, and Gibson
got about 8.
Got about 7 or 8 yards here, and it's going to be 4th and about 3, so it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. They're in field goal range. Officially 4th and 3 from the 14, but you're going to go for this.
You're going to try to put an exclamation point on this one real early because they're up 14-0 with 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game. They'll hand it off to Cooper, and Cooper is going to go straight ahead, and he should have enough for another condition. Heating and cooling, Dragon first down.
Yeah, he moved it all the way down to about the 8-yard line, it looks like, Gary. So 7-yard line. So it'll be a nice run on 4th down by Cooper to get about 6. So 1st and goal from the 7-yard line.
Dragons come up with that 1st and goal. It'll be Lefew under center. He's got Kirby, Cooper, and Gibson in the backfield. And they're going to hand off up front to Kirby, and Gary Kirby was wrapped up right about the time he got the football, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he kept those legs churning, stayed up a while, Gary, and maybe got a yard or two out of that.
Actually, they're marking him back to the 10, so he lost a couple on that one. And now York wants a timeout. Timeout on the field with 5:53 left to go in the half. York's on top, 14-0.
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No.
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Huh. What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charges not a driver tip.
Well, Gary, York actually handed that off to the front man on the 3, and they said he lost a couple of yards.
Yeah, that ball on about the 8-yard line, Gary, and he took the handoff and looked like he fell forward, but, spot just inside the 10-yard line. So a loss of about 2, and it'll be second and goal for York.
So York with a second and goal here as we're waiting on them to come back out. They took the timeout. We've got 5 minutes and 53 seconds left to go here in the first half. 14-0 Dragon lead as the Indians come back out. And, Gary, the Indians have to be a little shell-shocked. I don't think they expected this kind of offensive attack from York.
No, they didn't, but, you got to think they're studying the Upperman tape, and York played very well offensively in the first half of that game. So you can see what York would do.
And now Cooper going to take it over the left side, and he's going to bang ahead for a few and get about to the 5, maybe 6-yard line.
We see Sequatchie County, Gary, starting to put reinforcements in the middle of that line, sending a couple extra guys in there, and it should open up maybe a little bit of running, maybe or off tackle here.
So we'll see what York does here as they've got Gibson deep. And
we've got a stoppage here. The referee blew it dead.
Now they're going to start again. You've got Kirby, Cooper, and Gibson in the backfield as Miles going to roll out. Miles got some run. He throws down and incomplete. Gary, I think Miles, if he'd have took off on that side, he may have had a shot at that end zone.
Well, he was one-on-one out there with a defender, Gary, but Bilberry had run an out route towards the corner of the end zone, and that was good coverage, but he, had maybe a half a step and left you put it right where he had to. Bilberry got both hands on it, but just couldn't hardly pull it in.
And here comes the Rock to try to tack on 3 more. As Michaela waiting on the snap, snaps down, the kick is up, the kick is right down the middle as the Rock. Happy birthday to her, makes it 17-0 with 5:14 to play in the half.
I'm Leslie Ledbetter, a local lawyer with a strong background and years of experience in the medical legal fields. Social Security disability claims, auto accidents, essential documents like wills and powers of attorney, we can help. We also provide deed and title work and handle real estate closings, and we do uncontested divorces. We help lots of families after the loss of a loved one with sorting out estates and probate work. Amber is one of the most dedicated advocates for children and adults who need a voice all over our area, and she handles adoptions and conservatorships, and she often serves as a guardian for those in need. We respect and appreciate our clients, and we want to simplify the complex legal world for you today. Call us at 863-5997.
So the Rock tacks on the 3 ball with 5:14 left to go. And, Gary, that's something York's not had in seasons gone by. We've not seen a lot of kicking.
No, we haven't, but Reagan adds the field goal, and York's up 17-0.
And they'll kick that squib kick again, and number 5 going to fall on it, Gary. They're not even attempting to try to pick it up and do anything with it. He had quite a bit of yardage ahead of him to pick the ball up. He just laid down on it.
Yeah, he did, and didn't have it. Had to grab for it and pull it in. That was Braden Johnson on the kickoff there. But York not kicking it deep, kicking it to these up guys, and they're starting out over the 30-yard line. But York, the way they're playing defensively, been able to contain very well.
Now the Pass quick out through there, and it's right through the hands of big number 34, Gary. He was wide open, just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah, that was Tyler Lynn, and he wasn't looking for the ball, Gary. He had stumbled over somebody's foot and about fell and was trying to regain his balance, and the ball comes by, and he never saw it till it was past him, so incomplete pass.
So that's going to make it 2nd and 10 for the Indians. Now, the Indians struggling, folks. They've got 8 kids that's COVID quarantined on their roster tonight, so that's tough for them. There's another incomplete pass, Gary. That almost identical to the first one.
Yeah, and that one thrown behind the line that time, or Lynn that time. And if the quarterback throws that where he can catch it, Eli Kirby may intercept it because he was standing there waiting on it. And he threw it behind Kirby and Lynn both.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Indians, and they've got to get all the way up to the 42, their own 42-yard line. They'll take the snap, and we're going to have either a movement or a jump again for the Dragons. I believe this time we're going to have a false start.
No, encroachment on the defense again. They blew it dead, so they give the 5 yards to Sequatchie County, and it'll be 3rd and 5 now.
Now, Gary, on that one, I didn't see any Yorks jump. Could it possibly one of them's lining up in the neutral zone?
They shouldn't blow that dead, Gary, and they are. So there's got to be some contact. I didn't see it either.
I didn't see anybody jump at all.
But they did call it, and they're respotting the ball now. So
Campbell back in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's rolling out. Rolling to his right. Now he's got a whole herd of people chasing him. He gets around one and still gets on his feet and stays on his feet and gets the first down.
Late flag. York hit somebody out of bounds, knocked them out of bounds. So he gets the first down, and then York does that and adds 15 yards to it.
That's what we mentioned. I mentioned at the start of the game was the penalty yardage they've had this year, almost half of their yardage. And
personal foul, York. So the ball made it out to the 43-yard line. You can add 15 to that, and that's going to put it on the York 42-yard line. They're on York's side of the field for the first time tonight.
Yeah, that's the best penetration they've had all night. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians. And, Gary, the Dragons got to shore that up. You got to be heavy enough not to hit us out of bounds.
I didn't see who it was, Gary. The play is over, and you saw a Sequatchie County player go rolling through the York sideline over there, and the flag right behind him.
This time it's going to be Campbell rolling out. He's going to throw. He's got a man out there. He catches it at the 33 up to the 31, and that's going to be another first down for the Indians, as that's number 81.
That's Dakota Bean on the catch, and he catches that ball. They're just working the seams, Gary, about 10 yards out on the hash marks. And they're open now. The quarterback's misfired a couple of times, but that time Beanie was wide open on the hash mark there, made the catch.
And Campbell seems to be one of those rollout type quarterbacks, Gary. He's not a pocket passer. He likes to roll one side to the other. And that's why they got to get some pressure on him. Now he's going to be in the pocket. He's going to throw it to a cutting man up the middle. And he's still on his feet. That's Bean. He's headed to the sideline. Bean's going to head out and going to be knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And the Sequatchie County players thought, Gary, he touched the pylon. It did look like he may have actually stuck it out and hit the pylon with that one.
Yeah, they didn't call it. They'll put it down at the 1-yard line. But Beanie lined up on the other side. That time Gary makes the catch in the seam and, runs across the field. And York takes a couple of bad angles, and he beats them to the corner and almost gets that in the end zone.
So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Indians, and they'll hand it off number 7 who tries to skirt the left side, and he's going to go in easily. And that's going to be a touchdown Indians, as that was McCurry on the carry.
Yeah, Austin McCurry gets that in the end zone for Sequatchie County, and they're on the scoreboard. York kept them out on that one, kept a drive, helped extend the drive even more after they got a first down.
So now it's going to be 17-6 with 4:20 left to go here in the quarter. And back to kick is Sequatchie County. Didn't get the number of the kicker. We'll see who that is in a moment. They get the snap down. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Indians have cut in the Dragons' lead with 4:20 to go in the first half. The Dragons are on top, 17-7.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op, bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer, to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and a gift shop. All this and much more at Ventures Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons!
Well, the Indians marched down and put on their first score of the game, Gary, and for York, that lets the Indians get right back in it.
Yeah, it does, Gary, and they got a good drive together, took it right down the field, and was able to look like they may have scored on the play before, but easily take it in on the next play, and they're on the scoreboard here with 4:20 to go in the half.
Big Mo had got all his address on the York side of the field till then, but now the Indians have pushed it right down the field and scored. We didn't expect them to throw this much, as that's something that's new for the Indians, as they'll kick it off here. Campbell kicks it. High kick, going to back Gibson up to about the 15-yard line. He'll bring it up to the 20. To the 25, breaks through the middle, still on his feet. Gibson going to cut back inside. Gibson still on his feet all the way up to the 48 of the Indians. And, Gary, another short field for the Dragons.
Great return by Gibson. He just worked the seam, got a couple of blocks, and it's great when you got a quick running back returning that kick, because he kind of turned on the jets and made them converge on him and tackle him at the 47-yard line. So York taking over on Sequatchie County side of the field here.
And that's one thing, too, Gary. That's something Gibson, getting him back has helped the Dragons. You can't kick to either Gibson or Stover. Either one of them can break it in a heartbeat. As now it'll be up comes Lefeview. He's going to pitch it over to Gibson right side. Gibson cuts back inside. He's going to get a couple of yards and be driven back. As Gibson, Gary, running hard, but that time the Indians just seem to be able to run that pitch play down.
Yeah, they do, and, they're keying on Gibson, and most teams have this year. They're not letting Zach get loose, and that once again, they just strung it out, converged to the hole, and held him to about a 1-yard gain.
So now it's going to be second and long for the Dragons, as you've got Clark Cooper and you got Gibson in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Cooper. Cooper going to try to bounce outside, still on his feet, still churning, gets up to about the 41-yard line, right at the 40-yard line they're going to mark him. So just hard running by Big Ben.
Good job by Cooper, and, that's been effective all night, Gary. They ran that one over the left side this time, and but being Cooper off the guard has been a successful play all night long for York.
So now it's third and short for the Dragons, third and about 3.5, 4 yards, as they'll come up. Lefeview under center. Lefeview hands it off up the middle this time, and that's going to go and still going. It's going to be close to a first down, Gary. And I believe he has got enough for a conditioned heating and cooling Dragon first down.
That was Eli Kirby on the carry, Gary. Looked like he might have been stopped a yard short, kept driving, kept the legs moving, powered through, and picked up about 2 more yards there and moves it down to the 36-yard line where it'll be first and 10.
And now York with only 2 in the backfield, Gary, as they change their formation again. Now dropping back is Lefeview. Lefeview a quick out, and that one, nobody there as he underthrew Stover. Stover was going on slant, but he just kind of underthrew that one a little bit.
Yeah, he had Stover out there and also Braden Miller out there as well, and I'm not so sure that ball wasn't intended for Miller, Gary. He's supposed to be a little seam route running like a skinny post, and Miles threw it there, and Miller didn't make the cut.
So now it's going to be second and 10 for the Dragons as Kirby and Cooper in the backfield. They'll give it to Cooper, and Cooper over that left side going to be stacked up really quick on that one.
Yeah, he was met in the hole by number 61, Landon Easterly, and Landon, a pretty big boy, able to take him down there, and that no gain on that one, Gary.
So now you're at third and 10, Gary. Do you go try to pass here, or do you try to get a run and pick up part of it, then try to get the rest of it on 4th down?
I like being Cooper here, and going left or right, either one. They both seem to be working, so give it to Cooper and see what you can get done.
Lefeview takes a snap. He's going to roll. Lefeview got on the right side. He cuts back inside. Great run by Lefeview. He's going to get real close to another first down. If he don't have it, it's going to be close.
It's real close, and it's going to be 4th down, but it's 4th and about a half a yard, I would say, looking at across the field. Lefeview done a good job on that one. They had the option. Ben Cooper was the trail guy, and he could have pitched it to Ben too, but he had a hole, turned it up, and got about 9.5 yards out of it. A good run by Miles.
And up will come Lefeview. He's going to take it on the quarterback keeper. That's going to be a condition heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Great job by Miles. Miles just run that ball right up over his center and got about 2 yards out of it.
Got a minute 15 left to go here in the quarter. We got a timeout on the field. York on top. 17-7, back in 30.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now over and over. It's First Volunteer for you.
And a minute 15 left to go in the quarter, Gary, and you can see the maturity of some of these younger kids that York's got now. They're starting to get a little bit more, they've got more reps in. They're starting to look like at this late in the season, you ain't a freshman no more.
No, and the ball handling's better. The handoffs are more crisp. The blocking's there, Gary, and the holes are open. The backs are getting positive yardage. That's what you really want in this situation.
Lefeview under center. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, pitches it out to Cooper. Cooper's going to lower his shoulder and run over one, and he's headed to pay dirt, and a touchdown, Dragons, and then a flag late.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but
unless it's a celebration, maybe.
I'm not sure, but York getting the block the back against York, so that's going to eliminate the touchdown.
So that takes the points off the scoreboard. And Gary, that one, I'm not sure which player it was for Indians that came up and tried to stop Ben Cooper, but he got nothing but a mouthful of shoulder pad.
That's all he got, and he was in the end zone, Gary. Another penalty that hurts York here, but takes those points off the board, and that'll move it out to about the 15-yard line, and so that penalty happened on about the 5-yard line.
So that actually gave them about 8 yards, though, Gary, as it's 1st and 3 now. Actually about 7 yards. It gives 1st and 3. But like you said, it wiped the points off the scoreboard. But York still moving the football. They still got 66 ticks left to go in all their timeouts.
Yeah, fantastic run by Ben Cooper there.
So it will be Lefeview under center. Lefeview hands it off right side. That one goes for a couple, and that's going to be close to another first down.
Yeah, that was Gibson on the carry off the right side, and it's going to be 3rd and short, I believe, Gary, 3rd and about a yard.
Gary, they really need to get to speed up their thing. Actually, it's going to be 2nd down because
second. Sorry, 2nd down. Yeah, that down didn't count.
So we'll see what York can do here. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and that one's really pulled back. And now the York Dragons, I don't know if they got enough for the first down. They need to call a timeout here. It has a lot of time run off the clock. We're down to 30 seconds, and they finally get the timeout called. And they didn't get the timeout call. We're down to 27 seconds. Clock's still not stopping. And York calls a timeout, but they let it run all the way down to 23 seconds. But I saw Lefeview signaling the timeout a lot earlier. The officials just didn't call it.
He was standing in front of the referee and signaled the timeout, and it took about 10 seconds to get. He had to do it a second time before they got it. So don't look like they're looking at the clock and time. So it will be 23.3 seconds. It's 3rd and 1 from the 12, Gary, and York what happened, Gary, is that the Sequatchie County defense is having to converge to pack up the middle because York's getting positive yardage between the guards, and Cooper able to take that pitch, turn it outside, and get points out of it. And, they'll be kind of looking out for that this time, I would think. But I don't know if York's got a timeout left or not. I'm not sure. I know they've used 2, but I'm trying to remember. I don't think they've used their third one. Maybe you run something quick, try to get a timeout here, get this first down and get the timeout, and then regroup and try to go to a play that'll get you to the end zone.
And they can always, if they've got a timeout, they can always bring in McKellar. But how good would it be for Sequatchie County to hold up here and keep them to a field goal here and keep the score where it's at? And personal foul, roughing the passer on the Indians, Gary, as Leffie went back. He threw the ball. It was incomplete, but then he got hammered.
Yeah, they dropped back to pass, had Bilbrey out here. The coverage was good. Bilbrey, the ball didn't get there, and it was probably because Leffie was under pressure there and then got hit late as he was going down. And, big play. York moves it down. 19.7 seconds to go. This should be on about the 6-yard line, Gary.
And they got a condition, heating and cooling, Dragon first down. So the Dragons, it stopped the clock, too. That's the big thing. It stopped the clock for them. So that's really big for the Dragons because they got that one touchdown call back. And this time, Leffie's going to pitch it to Gibson. Gibson tries to cut back inside. Still on his feet. Dives for the end zone. Does he get there? Touchdown, Dragons!
Great run by Zach Gibson, Gary. He twisted and turned, shook away a couple of times, and made that last twist, was able to get over the goal line for the touchdown.
And no time run off the clock. That's pretty good.
Yeah, something wrong with that one, but hopefully they'll get that adjusted. Well, they're not. They're going to leave it like it is.
So Michaela comes in and will try the extra point. It's down. It's up. It is no good. Just off to the right. So she misses the extra point. But the Dragons, with 19.5 seconds to go in the half, have a 23-7 lead.
Hey y'all, it's Lexi here at Sweet Peach. I wanted to tell you guys about a few of the things we have in the shop. We have the most popular fragrance brand, Amber Oils, fully stocked year-round, and these make the perfect gifts. Another new brand we are so excited to finally be carrying is Hobo Bags. They have been so popular and will make the best Christmas gifts also. We carry some super cute, trendy masks to wear during this crazy time. Sweet Peach is so happy and excited to be cheering on the Dragons this season. We hope to see you in the shop soon. We are located directly behind the post office.
And back here, we're getting ready to kick this one off. York on top now, 23-7. And Gary, it's good that York got that touchdown back that they lost on the penalty.
Yeah, great run by Zach Gibson. York just got to hold off these last few seconds here.
And now dropping back and fair catch in that one. I'm not sure why number 5, Gary. I think if I was Sequatchie County, I'd get somebody else over here. Number 5's just not about to take that ball and do anything with it.
No, it's like they're picking on him too. He's in the game on offense, so I'm not sure what the reasoning is that he won't take that ball and run with it. But York got to hold him here, 19.5 seconds, and York gets the ball to start the second half, Gary.
So the Dragons now will face Campbell. Campbell looking to do something quick. Will take a snap. He'll throw out a little screen pass to number 7, McMurray. And McMurray's got some running room. Gets up. He'll get a first down before he's brought down with 12 seconds to go. And the clock will start as soon as they move the sticks. So I don't know. Does Sequatchie County have any timeouts left?
I think they do, but they're taking one.
Yeah, they're going to call a timeout with 12.1 seconds left to go here in the first half. It's York 23 and Sequatchie County 7.
The Gary Maxwell Insurance Office offering area insurance is located at 300 West Central Avenue in Jamestown. Get a free quote for your home, auto, life, or business with no obligation to buy. Call 879-1251. Shane Beatty, Katie Cooper, Tammy Robbins, and Brad Raines agents, along with Jeff Robbins, manager, will be happy to assist you. That's Gary Maxwell Insurance, located 300 West Central Avenue with locations in Livingston, Cookeville, and Gainsboro.
Well, the Dragons, Gary, saw the Indians come out quick passing. The Indians, I think maybe that's their last time out. I know they've took one at least before this.
Yeah, 12.1 seconds to go. They're at the 46-yard line, and, they're looking for a big play, and York's kind of in a little bit of defense here trying to keep that from happening.
And he'll get quarterback Campbell get out there, and he's going to be sacked again. The Dragons, another big sack by Warden.
Warden's been all over the place on defense, Gary.
And that's going to do it for the first half. We're at halftime of this one. Here at the half, the York Dragons lead the Sequatchie County Indians 23-7.
When it comes to watching sports, there's no telling what you'll hear.
No!
But when you order Pizza Hut for the game, you know exactly what you'll hear.
What the? Oh, that looks fantastic.
Your favorite pizza.
Ooh.
Those awesome wings.
What?
Plus sides and desserts.
Yeah.
All waiting at pizzahut.com. So order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
What game?
Product availability, prices, participation, delivery areas, and charges and minimum purchase required for delivery may vary. Delivery charges not a driver tip.
Cool, crisp air, falling leaves, and shorter days. Fall is just around the corner, and that means two words here in Tennessee. No, not pumpkin spice. Football and hunting. Whether you're hitting the field or stepping into the woods, Hall Sports and Outdoors has everything you need to get ready for the season. Up your game with name brand clothing and equipment like Under Armour, Rocky, Columbia, and lots more.
No need to drive out of town for the best sports and outdoor gear. Order online or visit our store to see our amazing selection in downtown Jamestown. Follow Hall Sports and Outdoors on Facebook and Instagram for all the latest brands and sales. At Hall Sports and Outdoors, the outdoors are always open.
Like a great sports team needs a great captain to lead them, a county needs a great executive to move it forward. And Fentress County has it in Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy believes in this county and its endless possibilities. So for great sports and a great county, be like County Executive Jimmy Johnson and back Fentress County all the way.
Back here at halftime of this one, at the half, the Dragons lead at 23-7. Time now for the Showtime Ford halftime stats, folks. If you're looking for a vehicle, you need a Ford. You know where to get it at? Showtime Ford of Wartburg, of course. We'll be back with stats right after this.
Hello folks, Bruce Babb, GM at Showtime Ford in Wartburg, Tennessee. We are your full-service dealer for sales, leasing, and ordering. We have lenders for all types of credit. We have a great selection of new and pre-owned SUVs and vans. We service all types of vehicles. Call Service Manager Terry Martinez. Our pledge is to make you happy and for you to feel at home. Come by and see us at our dealership on Highway 62 in Wartburg. Call 1-877-NEW-FORD. Visit us online at ShowtimeFord.com. Remember folks, it's go time at Showtime.
Back here at the half, Gary, the Dragons pretty much have dominated this first half.
Yeah, they have. Ball control, getting positive yardage, and they have moved it down the field, Gary, and, it shows on the scoreboard.
Gary, take a look at our first half stats.
Well, obviously it's 23-7. York with 10 first downs in the first half, 34 carries, 138 yards. They're 2 of 5 through the air for 23 yards, 39 total plays, 161 yards. Sequatchie County, 6 first downs, 12 rushes, 15 yards. They're at 6 of 8 through the air for 75 yards. 20 plays, 60 yards. So actually that was minus 15 rushing. I'm sorry, I said 15. The other big categories, Sequatchie County's fumbled it twice, lost it twice. Both teams, Sequatchie County 3 penalties, 27 yards, York 4 for 35. And York dominating time of possession, 16:43 to 7:17. Individually for York, they're leading rushing by Ben Cooper, 9 carries, 45 yards. Eli Kirby, 8 for 31. Miles Lefew, 6 for 30. And Zach Gibson, 10 for 28. Gibson, Lefew, and Kirby all with touchdowns in the first half. Cooper had one, too, that was called back by penalty. Lefew through the air is 2 of 5 for 23 yards. Bryson Bilberry caught one for 19. Caden Stover caught the other one for 4. For Sequatchie County, Austin McCurry, 4 carries, -1. Tyler Lim, 1 carry for -1. And Peyton Campbell, 7 carries for -13. Campbell, 6 of 8 through the air for 75 yards. He's been sacked 3 times in the first half, Gary. McCurry's caught 3 balls for 13 yards. Dakota Beanie caught 2 for 41. And Connor Donahue, 1 for 21. Scoring in the first half with 5:09 to go in the first quarter, it was Miles Lefew on a 2-yard run. Michaela Reagan with the kick. 3 plays, 18 yards, 55 seconds. York led it 7-0. In the second quarter, 10 minutes to go, it was Eli Kirby for York from 2 yards out. Michaela Reagan with the kick again. 8 plays, 46 yards, 3:34 off the clock. It was 14-0. 5:14 to go in the first half. It was Michaela Reagan with a 23-yard field goal. 11-play drive, 34 yards, 4 minutes, 42 seconds. It was 17-0. Sequatchie County finally gets on the scoreboard. 4:20 to go in the first half. It was Austin McCurry on a 1-yard run. Hunter Robinson with the kick. 6 plays, 68 yards, 54 seconds. It was 17-7. In 19 seconds to go in the first half, Zach Gibson from 7 yards out. The kick failed. 12 plays, 47 yards, 3:51 off the clock. We're at halftime. It's 23-7.
And Gary, it's good to see Gibson back running like the old Zach Gibson.
It was, Gibson getting carries, 10 of them in the first half, 28 yards, and that touchdown run was something great to see. He broke about 3 tackles, spun into the end zone for the touchdown.
So York getting ahead and staying ahead in this one. They've led it all the way. They lead it right now 23-7 as we're at halftime of this one. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back at the start of the second half. Our halftime stats brought to you by the good folks at Showtime Ford.
Hello, folks. Bruce Babb, GM at Showtime Ford in Watburg, Tennessee. We are your full-service dealer for sales, leasing, and ordering. We have lenders for all types of credit. We have a great selection of new and pre-owned SUVs and vans. We service all types of vehicles. Call Service Manager Terry Martinez. Our pledge is to make you happy and for you to feel at home. Come by and see us at our dealership on Highway 62 in Watburg. Call 1-877-NEW-FORD. Visit us online at ShowtimeFord.com. Remember, folks, it's go time at Showtime.
And sorry, Dirks Bentley, but no more Burning Man for you, brother, as we're getting ready for some football action. Gary.
You wanted to do that.
That's true. I just had to cut that one off. But anyway, folks, should be a good second half. Gary, folks just tuned in. They missed a good first half performance by the Dragons.
They did. York playing exceptional football on both sides. Gave up the one drive aided by a personal foul, but, other than that, York's defense has been exceptional, as good as the offense has, and the offense has been really good tonight, too. Positive yardage on first down, just can't say it enough, Gary. York getting 5, 6, 7 yards on first down. When you get second and shorter yardage, that makes their offense effective.
Of course, Sequatchie County come out with a whole different look than what we thought they were going to. We thought they would be mostly wing tee and try to rush the ball, but they've come out throwing the ball tonight. Had one really good-looking drive.
Yeah, they did, and, they were not going to be able to do anything with the wing tee, Gary. They ran it for a couple of possessions and just got stuffed on every play, and so they went to a little more of a spread-out formation, throwed the ball a little more, and did have one effective drive, but York doing a good job defensively, and they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Gary, if you're Sequatchie County, you're down 23-7. Do you try that onside kick to start second half, see if you can catch York off guard?
Well, you wouldn't think so, but, I'm sure they've looked at film and saw what Green Hill done to York last week on that onside kickoff, so they might try something, and York doesn't really have the hands team up here, so we'll see what will happen.
And they've got back, it looks like Hellbig, they've got Stover, and they've got Gibson deep. So we'll see what the guys from Sequatchie go with, as this is going to be Robertson kicking off Robertson will kick it away, and the Dragons got 3 back deep. Robertson getting set. And here we go, second half of football action, and it's going to be a little short squibber this time. Coming up and following on is Helbig, I believe. Helbig able to come up with Gary. That was close to being taken away by number 6.
Yeah, Kobe Turner running down the field, made a dive at it, but Helbig able to rake it in, and York will take over at the 28-yard line. A good little placement kick, Gary, where over Bilbrey's head. Bilbrey playing the up position there. Over his head where he couldn't get to it, and Helbig had to run a long way to run up and get that.
And, Gary, this is probably one of the worst field positions York's had all night. They've had the short field pretty much every down.
They have, and but this time they'll start back in their own territory at the 28-yard line.
And it will be under center left. You hand it off to big Ricky Bobby, and Ricky going to pound ahead Ricky Clark for about 3 or 4 on the carry. So, Gary, that's a good first down run.
Yeah, give him 4 yards over that right side, Gary, and nice job by Ricky Clark. Positive yardage on first down for York.
So 2nd and 6 now for the Dragons. Just underway here in the second half. York on top 23-7. Missed the first half, folks. Shame on you, first of all, but you missed a great performance by the Dragons that first half. And now they're going to hand it off to Cooper, the second man through. Cooper breaks the tackle, still on his feet, gets up over the 45 to the 46, and picks up a condition. Heating and cooling, Dragon first down.
Nice run by Cooper, getting about 14 yards. Broke into the secondary, had one guy to beat, Dakota Beanie, and Beanie able to bring him down, and not before Cooper gets the big yardage in the first down.
Had to jump on his back and pretty much ride him down as Cooper was almost gone on that one. And now the Dragons got it 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. As they'll snap the ball, and up front comes Lefew on the keeper. So Miles gets up to the 50, Gary, and that was just a quick snap by the center, and he went forward, and Lefew went right behind him.
That was a design play, obviously, Gary, and the center blew off the ball a whole second before anybody else moved, and effective play gets York about 4 yards.
So it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Dragons, and we've seen look like Stover come in this time as Stover comes in and moves out to the right this time, a 2-man backfield.
Eli Kirby come in at the fullback, too.
And they'll give it to Kirby up the middle, and Kirby straight ahead picks up about 3 or 4 more. So it's going to be 3rd and short for the Dragons.
Yeah, give him to about the 47-yard line. This will make it 3rd and about 3, Gary.
So the Dragons trying to move the football and keep this drive alive. Dragons on top 23-7 have had an outstanding first half, and now starting here in the second half, moving the ball again. Up comes Lefew. He's got Gibson and Cooper in the backfield. Lefew takes a snap, drops backs, looking to throw. Now he's being flushed out. He'll run out. Got a man out there, gets it to him, and he'll come back, get the first down and more before he's knocked out of bounds. And, Gary, that was a good job by Stover, I believe it was, to come back and help his quarterback out. No, make that actually.
That was Braden Miller on the catch. Miller circled back, caught the ball, and then made a guy miss and turned it upfield and got the first down all the way to the 39-yard line, Gary.
And that is a condition. Heating and cooling. Dragon first down. Now up come the Dragons, and Gibson and Kirby. He'll get the snap, fake it to Kirby, and pitch it out. Great pitch to Gibson. Gibson around the left side to the 30, down to the 20, and he's going to be dropped right about the 20-yard line. But he'll have another condition, heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
That was a greatly executed play, Gary, and it was, the defense collapsed. Lefew probably pitched that before he had to, but he waited to the last possible second, took the contact, and then Gibson with another great run around the left end made a couple of guys miss.
And the Dragons now back in the red zone just inside the 20 as Lefew comes up. Takes the snap, hands it off to Cooper. Cooper right side, cuts back inside, and Cooper's going to bang his way down almost to the 10, Gary. He's going to be close to another first down.
Yeah, give him about 8 yards on that one, I would say, Gary. And Cooper bounced it outside, and once again, number 6, Kobe Turner, comes up, and he just runs over him and gets a couple more yards out of that.
So up now will come the Dragons with a second and short. Leftview under center, hands it off to Cooper. Cooper left side. He's going to keep driving and diving, and he'll get up inside the 10. And, Gary, I believe he's got another condition, heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
You really got to like this tough running by Cooper and Gibson. They're both running the ball. Eli Kirby ran the ball up in the A-gap real hard as well, and those guys running the ball hard tonight, breaking tackles and making some guys miss.
The Dragons got a first and goal now just inside the 10-yard line with 8 minutes to go. You're in the third quarter. York trying to take a big advantage. They'll go up the middle, and that one's, I believe that was that Kirby on the carry?
Kirby on the carry.
Kirby going to pick up good yardage. He's going to be down to about the 2, it looks like, Gary, from where they come in on the side.
Yeah, actually, probably they're going to mark it about the 3, Gary, so gain of a couple, it'll be second and goal.
So the Dragons now looking to put more points on the scoreboard. They got it to second and about 3.
You got to give this ball to Ben Cooper. He got his last touchdown called back. Give him a chance to get in the end zone.
Either him or Clark, and they're going to give it to Cooper, and Cooper gets right behind Clark, and he rumbles into the end zone for a touchdown, Dragons.
They brought Ricky Clark in to set up the block, Gary, and Cooper just followed him off that left side and bounced it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the Dragons come back out for the extra point as Michaela missed her last one. Will come out this time strong, going to be the holder. As the birthday girl lines it up. The snap is back. The kick is up. The kick is good. And like a rock, the Dragons go ahead 30-7 with 7:18 to go in the third.
Pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes that you have a comfortable fall season. Ensure your comfort this year by getting your fall maintenance schedule with Condition Heating and Cooling. When you sign up for a year maintenance plan with us, you'll earn rewards with our new Eco Platinum Rewards program. We want all our customers to know how much we appreciate them by giving back something for their loyalty. Gain credit dollars each year you renew along with some free items along the way. Hurry and book your spot today. Call Condition Heating and Cooling for more information to schedule your maintenance.
Well, the Dragons getting set to kick off now on top 30-7. And, Gary, the Dragons got a 23-point lead. That's going to be tough for the Indians to come back on. Now it's going to be another squib kick, and it's taken by the up man, number 46, and he falls on it.
He ran backwards and fell on it, Gary. So they don't want to turn this up the field for whatever reason.
And number 46 was running back there. Number 1 was in line for it, Gary Griffin Hall. He saw 46 running. He moved out of the way.
Yeah, he did. 46, Dalen Cotton actually caught that ball and ran backwards a couple of yards before he fell down. So Sequatchie County will take it at the 36-yard line.
And this is pretty much where they've been their entire night, Gary, starting anyway.
They have. York, not giving up some yardage, and we got offside against York. That play blown dead, so third time tonight.
Somebody's got to be lining up in the neutral zone, Gary, because I didn't see anybody jump again that time.
Yeah, and Coach Johnson over there asking the official what's going on, and he's, York got to get lined up right here. That's 3 times tonight they've been called for encroachment.
So now it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Indians. They'll take the snap, dropping back as the quarterback Campbell. He'll throw it out there, almost picked off, and then it was incomplete and almost was called, Gary, but the Dragons almost had that one picked off. Looked like Kirby stepped in front of that one.
Yeah, they had 2 or 3 guys there. Kirby jumps in front of it, Gary, and almost has the interception.
And then it went off, and the receiver almost come up with it, and he was hit from behind by Stover, and it dropped it.
Yeah, it went through Kirby's hands right into his. Thought he might catch that ball.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Indians. Campbell back in the shotgun. Takes, high snap, and he gets it, and he's hit immediately. Gets away from one, gets away from another, and he's going to be dropped down. And, Gary, that was very close to a face mask there because it looked like his head, when he was hit once, his head jerked quickly. And that's usually a face mask, but no call on it.
No call, and bad snap. It gets away from him. Caden Buck, the first one there, but couldn't get him down, but held him up enough till the reinforcements got there that brought him down for a big loss.
6:45 left to go in the third, and now the Indians, quick snap, they're looking for room, and now he's going to tuck and run, and he's going to get some good yardage, but not enough for the first down. I don't think. It looks like he's going to be a couple yards short of the first down.
Yeah, it's only about a yard right now, Gary, and
well, they say he got it.
They're giving it to him. They're putting it at the 47. Got a good spot, and they're going to call it 1st and 10, Sequatchie County.
That was a good run by Campbell. Campbell tucked that one and got the run. Dragons hit him a couple times, but he got away again. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Indians as rolling out is the quarterback. This time he's going to keep it in. He's hit once, and then he's hit and brought down for a sack. He's going to be losing about 2 on that one.
Yeah, Eli Kirby runs him down for the sack, and that's the York's fourth sack of the night. So York getting after the quarterback.
So now it's going to be 2nd and long for the Indians.
You know, one thing I've noticed in this set that Sequatchie's running, they're not even lining a receiver up on Miles' Lefty's side of the field. And, you know, they are this time, but he's gotten a notoriety as being a guy that can play back there.
So now it's going to be a quick snap, and they'll throw it out. Got a man out. That's going to, Helbig almost had it. Helbig just had it in his hands, Gary, and number 27 able to knock it away, playing defense on offense on that one.
Yeah, Connor Donahue, the intended receiver out here, ball right there, and Helbig jumped in front of it, had it, and bobbled it, and it ends up falling incomplete.
And had he been able to come up with it, Gary, it might have been his second pick six of the year.
He had a lot of running room, Gary.
So now it's going to be 3rd down and about a dozen for the Indians. They'll split out 2 to the right, 1 to the left, and now got a man in motion, number 27 in motion. They'll take the snap. It's going to be a keeper by the quarterback, and he's going nowhere. He was wrapped up immediately, Gary. That was a design play that didn't do much designing.
York had that red, Gary, and Evan Tompkins was there, Bing Cooper, and a couple of others to bring him down. York had that red immediately, and it crashed in on him. It's 4th and 13. Looks like Sequatchie going to punt this away.
They're going to kick it away, as what they're showing anyway, and that puts back Caden Stover. He's needs to come up a little bit because this guy, he hits them high, but he hits them short. And now he's having trouble. Now it's a low snap, and he'll get it off, and we got a flag on the play as Stover will take it right at the 29. He shakes one man still on his feet up to the 29-yard line. He is upended there and dumped. But, Gary, we got a penalty, and that's a legal shift on the Indians. Do you make them kick it again?
Probably not. You know, they haven't painted it well all night. But York got a decent return out. Actually, I thought they got more than that, but it's at the 28-yard line, and York going to decline the penalty, and they're going to take over at the 28.
So 1st and 10 for the Dragons. And Stover, Gary, got dumped on that one. He got knocked up in the air and dumped on it at the 29-yard line. And the Dragons now, if Gary, a good drive here, could take the rest of this quarter off and they can put a score up, it's going to be really hard for the Indians to even mount any type of comeback.
Really it is. And York, moving the ball effectively all night long, Gary.
They're going to hand you the first man through. That is Cooper. And he's going to bang all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Good run by Cooper. Cooper actually come out the left side there, ran that wide, and got some rain space outside. And, that's what's happened is Sequatchie County has had to put so many resources into the middle because York's ran it between the guards all night long effectively. So they're trying to stop that, and York able to get it wide now.
Now, York playing tonight without Castillon or Mark Mitchell, as both of those guys not playing tonight. And that has not affected them much at all as they roll out this time. Left, you're going to roll out. He's got a man out there. That's Stover at the 50, and Stover going to haul it in. And that's going to be a condition, heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Nice play, nice route. Good throw by Lippew, right on the money. Stover catches it, and it's a first down for York.
Yeah, had he been able to spin away, tried to spin away, Gary. Had he got away, he had some green ahead of him as well.
He did, Gary, and instead got wrapped up. Still a great gain, first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Dragons. They'll hand it off this time over the left side, and that is Cooper on the run again. And Gary Cooper just getting positive yards. He's not been stopped without positive yards all night.
Yeah, 5 on that one, so it'll be 2nd and 5. Good run by Ben, and Ben keeps churning out positive yards.
He had 45 at the half, so he's looking at Gary easily getting up around the 100 mark before long.
Yeah, he's got to be getting close.
And they come back in with that jumbo package. They got Big Ricky up front. They're going to fake the handoff, and now Leffy's going to pitch it late to Gibson. Gibson going to stiff arm, but he's going to be ran out of bounds, and he's going to be knocked out maybe actually might have lost a little bit or right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not much gain on that one. Sequatchie County done a good job stringing that out to the sideline, getting him out of bounds, minimal gain, maybe a yard.
So now it's going to be 3rd and about 4.5 for the Dragons. York trying to keep this drive alive. It'll be Leffew under center. Got that 3-man backfield. Hands it off to Clark up the middle, and Clark's going to bang straight ahead for another condition. Heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Nice run by Ricky, a gain of about 6, almost 7 on that one, and paid at the 37-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons.
And, Gary, they're taking the time off the clock. We're down to 2:40 here in this third quarter. York's just methodically moving it down the field and, more importantly, eating up that clock.
Yeah, this offense is clicking, and gotten a situation where they can throw the ball through it effectively. And, yeah, it's nice to see it work this way, Gary. It's working very well tonight.
Now the pitch back to Gibson. Gibson going to cut back inside. Gibson spins away from one. We got a flag on the field, though, as he gets up to about the 25. So we'll see what the call is.
I believe they're going to get holding on the right side of York's line here. That's certainly what I thought it might be. And see what the call officially is. A good run by Zach Gibson.
Yeah, it's going to be holding on York, so that'll negate the run as that'll back him up. But it's going to be, probably 1st and about maybe 11.
12 or probably 12, maybe 13. No, it ain't even going. It's going to be about 11. Yeah, 12. It'll be 1st and 12.
So the Dragons didn't lose much on that. They lost a yard, but they still got the first. It's still a first down for them.
Yeah, they called holding on the right side of York's line. Gibson, that ball was a pitch going to the right. He turns it back up the field, got a great run out of it, and got it called back.
So now up will come Leffew. Leffew going to roll. He's got a big rush on him. He's going to get the ball off. Gets it over to Gibson. Gibson's headed to the sideline, and a touchdown Dragons.
What a great play. They rolled Leffew out naked to the right. The defense is collapsing on him. He makes one guy miss, throws it off his back foot, barely gets it over the defensive back's head, but when it hits Gibson's hands, there's nobody going to catch him all the way to the end zone.
So with 1:38 to go in the quarter, it's now a 36-7 game, and Michaela trying to make it a 30-point game for the Dragon, 30-point lead. As the snap, the kick is down. The kick is like a rock. It's through the middle of the uprights, and with 98 ticks to go in the third, the Dragons lead it 30-7.
Your days are filled with little happy moments like hiking a new trail.
Oh, yes. Nailed it.
Or when your best friend welcomes you home.
Hello, buddy.
Or that first sip of McCafe iced coffee from McDonald's.
So refreshing.
Get any size McCafe iced coffee for $1.69 or grab any size Mickey D's sweet tea for $1. Try a large in the new cup that keeps your tea cold longer. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Claim compared to prior large size beverage cup.
Well, the York Dragons, Gary, finding ways to score almost every way possible. Their special teams has got a field goal and several extra points. Their passing game's got a touchdown now, and their rushing game's got touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, that pass goes for 39 yards and a touchdown, and York looking good on offense, Gary. This is a fine offensive performance.
There's another squib kick. This time they'll actually try to return it. He's got a man head up the sideline, and he gets away from one tackle, gets away from another, gets all the way to the Dragon 38-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Indians, Gary. That's a good return, and that's what we've been wondering, why the Indians hadn't tried to return the ball all night.
Connor Donahue come up and caught that kick, took off with it, Gary, and they didn't get him down till he was to the York 37-yard line, and they will take over in good field position.
And, Gary, that time, number 5, Braden Johnson, let it go through. I think instead of they must have told him quit falling on it. As now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Indians inside Dragon territory at the 37-yard line. They'll take the snap, hand it off to the big guy up the middle, number 7. He gets away from one. McMurray's going to get close to another first down.
Yeah, the best run they've had all night too, Gary. You know, not outside of quarterback scrambling, trying to get what he could, but that gain goes for about 8 yards, and Austin McCurry gets 8 yards on first down for Sequatchie.
We were told he'd probably touch the ball 30 to 35 times, but when you're trailing by 30, you can't do a lot of handing off and running the ball, Gary.
He only got it 7 times in the first half, so he's probably not going to make 30.
So they did get the first down on it, though, as now the quick snap over to Campbell. Campbell going to cut back inside. Campbell going to tuck it, and Campbell going to be dropped at the 32-yard line, or the 22-yard line, looks like.
Good run on first down, nobody open, and he tucked it and run and got about 6 yards on first down, Gary.
And coming up to make the stop was the Dragons' number 5, Isaiah Strong. Good job by Strong to come up and get the stop on that one, not going to let him get that first down.
Yeah, good play. This will be the last play of the third quarter here as Sequatchie County got a drive going.
And they'll get it, and they'll drop back, and York going to get a flag, and we saw that one as York drives him back. But, Gary, they're going to get a face mask on that one. It's because somebody got a whole handful of Campbell's grill.
I believe that was Helbig come in and got him by the face mask. So they marked the ball. This flag go down at the 33-yard line. So that penalty will be tacked on from there. I don't think he caught that a personal foul. I didn't see all of it.
I didn't see it either. I'm thinking maybe it's the 5-yard.
No, it's the 15.
Yeah, they're going to give him 15. They're going to get a first down out of that.
There it is. So he's calling it now. So it'll be 15, move it down to the 18-yard line, and that will be an automatic first down.
No, they're showing he's still short a half a yard.
Oh, yeah, it's personal foul, not an automatic first down. So it'll be second and less than a yard.
So they need less than a yard to get the first down as the Indians now back inside the red zone. We've got 8.7 seconds. This definitely should be the last play of the the third quarter, I should say. As they got a man in motion, he'll take the snap and bobbles it a bit. Now he's going to loft one up there, and that one's going to be almost caught, but they're going to say it hit the ground, and I believe that's right, Gary. That one One of the York defenders kind of slipped and fell on it, and number 81 had a shot but couldn't come up with it. And we're through 3 of them. It's York 37 and Sequatchie County 7.
Hey y'all, it's Lexi here at Sweet Peach. I wanted to tell you guys about a few of the things we have in the shop. We have the most popular fragrance brand, Amber Oils, fully stocked year-round, and these make the perfect gifts. Another new brand we are so excited to finally be carrying is Hobo Bags. They have been so popular and will make the best Christmas gifts also. We carry some super cute, trendy masks to wear during this crazy time. Sweet Peach is so happy and excited to be cheering on the Dragons this season. We hope to see you in the shop soon. We are located directly behind the post office.
Well, final frame of this one, and the Indians are marching, Gary. They're on the Dragon about, looks like about the 17, 18-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be second down 10 as the pass was incomplete.
They'll come out this time, another quick pass, and that was going to be hit immediately. And he breaks free, and he's going to get in the end zone. And that was a heck of a play over there. I didn't see the number that caught the ball. I think that's number 81.
That's the Dakota Beanie on the catch. That ball was tipped by Evan Tompkins at the line of scrimmage, Gary, and it got by him, still got to the receiver, and then he breaks the tackle and takes it down the sideline for the touchdown.
Yeah, Gary, looked like he got hit as quick as he caught the ball, but able to keep his balance and keep on his feet and run in the end zone. And now it's a 30-13 game. They'll go for the extra point. It's down. It's up. It is good. And the Indians get 7 points right back. We got just started in this third quarter, and it's 37-14, York.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op, bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer, to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and a gift shop. All this and much more at Ventures Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons!
Well, the Indians come down, Gary, and march right down the field and put 7 more back on the scoreboard, but really they're still behind by 23 points, so they got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Yeah, they do, Gary. Got that touchdown on a broke tackle and got to the end zone, makes it 37-14, 11:48 to go. Looks like they're lined up to kick this off. York got about 7 guys within about 10 yards.
And they're going to kick it deep, and that one's going right at Gibson at the 20. Gibson on the run, heads up the left sideline. Gibson's got some running room, still on his feet, pushes it all the way back to midfield. And, Gary, the Dragons special teams is having a great night as well.
All factors of the York team is working tonight, and a great return by Gibson there all the way out, almost to the 40. Well, they're going to give him the 49-yard line. So York will take over on their own 49, so great field position again.
And, Gary, they've had pretty much short field all night long.
They have. They've worked in the short field, and, the great thing about York's offense has been first down tonight. They've won first down and won it handily.
And they're going to come up now with a 1st and 10, and now the Indians don't get a player off, and they're going to have to call a timeout, and their coach is hot. He is mad right now, as he didn't like that at all. As we'll take a timeout with them, telling you York's on top, 37-14 with 11:46 to play. Well, the Indians called timeout just before the penalty. Gary, Coach Wattenbarger, he was hotter than a $2 pistol out there.
He was. They didn't get a guy ran off late, or he didn't get on, and he was not at all happy about that.
Had to burn a timeout, and now the Dragons going to hand it off to Clark, and Big Ricky goes over the right side, and they do the only thing you can do with Big Ricky is fall at his knees and hope he trips over you.
Yep, and that's usually what happens. He falls forward most of the time, and that gain will go for about 5 yards and be second down 5.
So the Dragons moving the ball again, Gary, and they're eating up that clock as well. We're down to 11:20. The Dragons looking to pick up their second district win of the season and their second overall win of the season as well. They're going to hand off to Cooper. Cooper up the middle, and Cooper was just about to break that one, but he's going to get enough for a condition. Heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Cooper getting a load tonight, and he's starting to show it. He looks a little tired, but this is by far the most carries he's gotten in a game this year, and they've worked him hard, and he's been effective.
So the Dragons got it 1st and 10 at the 41 of the Indians. And, Gary, if York can move it down this time, we may start seeing a lot of younger kids get in there.
Yeah, it'd be an opportunity to let some of those other kids play. And
this time they're going to hand it off to Gibson, and Gibson gets up over the 40 to the 39.
Yeah, good tough running by Gibson. This is not much anywhere to run. Really, he only gets about a yard out of that, Gary.
So they're going to mark him down right at the 40. And it'll be, looks like a Stover coming in for Gibson here. And one thing we don't need is an injury to Gibson. So Gibson is coming off that injury. They're going to give him a little bit of a breather here as it's Clark, Cooper, and Stover in the backfield now. And they're going to give it to Stover, and Stover going to get hit after about a yard gain.
Yeah, Casey McDaniel come up and hit him in the hole, Gary, and took him down. And, if McDaniel isn't there, that hole's huge. And he gets him beat, and he had a lot of running room.
He had more real estate than Crylake at that point. If he just got past that one hit, he had a lot of green ahead of him.
See, York's in long yardage for one of the very few times tonight, 3rd and 8 here.
So see what the Dragons do. 3rd and 8 as Lefevue brings them up. He's going to roll out, going to pitch it out to Gibson. Gibson trying to get outside. He stiff arms one, still gets on his feet, and gets all the way up and gets another. I believe he got, they're going to mark him down. That's another condition. Heating and cooling. Dragon first down.
Yeah, he breaks a couple of tackles, gets all the way to the 30-yard line, and you got to love that tough running by Gibson. The yards up the middle haven't been there, but when he's got a little space, he's run over a couple of guys and made a couple of guys miss.
That wasn't quite a Derrick Henry for a straight arm. But
No, it wasn't, but it was effective nonetheless.
The poor guy from Buffalo will never forget the straight arm from Derrick Henry, folks. He threw him like a rag doll. But anyway, York back up with the football now. They'll hand out Big Ricky, and Big Ricky going to get everybody on his back and take him for a ride as he gets up to the 25-yard line, and good yardage on first down, Gary.
Ricky, little sidestep there, little side jump, make the first guy miss and turn that up the field and got about 5 yards, Gary. Nice little nifty running by Ricky Clark there.
The nimble Ricky Clark. was after kind of
usually Ricky's pretty much north and south, and to make a guy miss like that was a nice little move by Ricky.
We're down under 9 minutes to go in this one, and you're going to pitch it out this time to Gibson. Gibson will make one man miss, and we're going to have a flag on Cooper, and Gibson gets slung down at the 11-yard line, and another flag over here on the side, so we'll see what these flags are. But I'm
hopefully they're offsetting. Ben Cooper obviously held the guy to let Gibson get around the corner. That's going to be against York. I don't know what the one is on the sideline.
Face mask.
Yeah, so those will offset.
No, a chop block.
Both of them going to be against York.
So Cooper got called for a face mask, and then they got the chop block as well.
I thought they were going to call him for holding, but I guess he did hold. Just a face mask.
He just found his grill to hold on to. Like a moth on the front of a Ford Explorer. That one, he was hanging on to the grill, folks. And now that's going to make it second and really long for the Dragons, Gary.
It is. They're going to decline the face mask, take the chop block. The face mask wasn't a personal foul, apparently, so, yeah, take the bigger penalty.
Either that or just one or the other. As now it's going to be second and a whole lot for the Dragons. And the pitch going to be out to Cooper. Cooper going to have to run it down. Cooper needs some help. He's going to be dropped all the way back in Dragon territory, Gary.
Yeah, that ball, that snap wasn't clean, Gary, and the pitch wasn't there either. And Cooper had to go right down, tried to run, lost a couple more yards. So York going backwards on this drive now. And this is about a 32nd and 3rd and 33.
I think the reason they took the chop block penalty, Gary, because that was after the play was over, and it was they got the down on it because it should have been actually a first down on that last one, if not.
Yeah, so they got the down and the yardage, so 15-yard penalty, and York all the way back to the Sequatchie County 47-yard line. We got a timeout.
We got a timeout. We'll take it with them after we tell you the score. With 7:32 to play, it's the Dragons 37, Sequatchie 14.
At MetaThrift, our customers are just like family. Your health and safety are at the heart of everything we do every day. We never settle for second best when it comes to protecting our customers' well-being. That's why we've installed new glass enclosures to keep you safe and set your mind at ease every time you visit us. Our full-service drive-thru is also open all day, every day, so you can experience our fast, friendly service without leaving the safety of your vehicle. MetaThrift, your prescription for caring for 77 years.
Well, Gary, it's third and a whole lot before they get first down.
They're saying 3rd and 29, but that marker's on the 20-yard line, and York's on the Sequatchie 47.
That's 33.
That's 33 yards, so it's 3rd and 33.
So York now will come up. They've got two split out to each side, and they got Gibson in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to Gibson on the draw, and Sequatchie wasn't fooled at all, Gary. That's going to be 4th down, and the Dragons, I believe, going to be only their second punt coming up.
Yeah, and that didn't gain anything, Gary, so it's 4th and 33, and we see Stover going back in punt formation.
And Stover that first time hit a boomer, Gary. He hit one that landed right on the 2-yard line, just skipped into the end zone.
Fabulous kick by Stover his first time up.
So we'll see what he does here as the snap is back. He's got it, bobbled it, and now he's going to have to run with it. Now he kicks it, and he got it off. And the Dragon's going to get a good roll on it too, Gary. That was a heck of an athletic play there. It's all the way down the 26-yard line.
There were 5 white shirts back there, and he managed to find just a little bit of a hole and get that kick off, and then got a great roll all the way to the 26-yard line.
That was a pretty good kick. I mean, for a high school kid anyway, and to do it when you're under that much duress is really something else.
I don't know where the blocking was, Gary. It looked like there were about 4 guys come untouched on that one. So, even if he gets that off, it was in danger from the word go.
And now it's going to be back is Campbell. Campbell's first snap's in the dirt, and Campbell's running for his life, and he's not going to get anywhere. He's going to be bagged up again because it's sack time.
Connor Warden. We've said that name a bunch, and that's 4 sacks for him at least tonight. I think that's his 4th sack on the night.
And Campbell's hurting. Campbell got up, and he's hurting as he got hit hard. And Gary looked like Campbell was just going to stop, like he thought a penalty or something was going, and next thing you know, he got leveled.
Yeah, he bobbled that snap, and that just kind of set everything off, and York converged on it.
Gary, this is where you talked about it earlier, that difference between the wing tee and this shotgun formation that they're running.
It is, and they don't practice that a whole lot.
And they're going to throw that one out there, but not able to catch up with it. And it was number 2, that is Johnson, wasn't able to come out with that one, Gary. Was too far ahead of him.
No, and
Brett Jones looked to be right.
Brett Jones was on the coverage, and he stayed right with him, Gary.
So that's going to bring up now a third and about 14 for the Indians.
Yeah, third and long yardage here. So see what Sequatchie County has in the playbook for this.
We're down to 5:50 left to go in the ball game. The Dragons look to be going on their way to their second win of the season, while the Indians going to drop another one. And York right now moves into that third spot in the district. This down another low spot and a snap, and that's going to be picked up, I believe, by the Dragons. That was back on the ground, Gary, and York comes up with it. Another turnover by the Indians, who at this point could work for Pillsbury.
Yeah, they could, and another bad snap, and York converging on the quarterback gets the turnover. So great field position at the 18-yard line.
And we've got 5:37 left to go in this one. As York's lefty will come back out. Looks like they're not going to bring any of the younger kids in. It's going to be the same group back out there. We'll see what they do here, Gary.
Yeah, maybe they're wanting to try to get one more touchdown here, but they come out in this power high backfield.
So it'll be Clark, Cooper, and Gibson. And they'll hand it to Clark right up the middle, and Clark's going straight ahead, and he was wrestled down. That was a good job there by number 8 on that one.
Yeah, Austin Moppet on the tackle there, able to drag Ricky down by himself, something you don't see a whole lot.
Usually it takes a village to bring down the
Not
big
before
back.
he gets 5 yards, though. So, another effective first down run by the Dragons.
We got 5:11 left to go in this one, and the Indians, as I said, I think they have one more. Or actually, they've got 2 more district games they've got to play. They've still got a couple of games they've got to play this season. I believe they got Upperman and Cannon left to play, if I'm not mistaken. So they have still got a lot to play for as well. But right now, York in command of this one as Leffie waits until the hand goes up. And he'll hand it off to Clark. Clark up the middle. Clark makes a move. Clark drives down, and he's going to get to about the 1-yard line, Gary. And I'm going to say that is a condition. Heating and cooling, dragging first down. And, Gary, I think maybe we may see Ricky Clark get the touchdown here. They may hand it off to him.
Well, I hope they do. He's the only guy back there that hadn't scored tonight, and I thought he was going to get in a good tough run by Ricky to get it all the way down to the 2-yard line.
So the Dragons got it first and goal at the 2, and it'll be Lefevue up under center. Lefevue get up under center. He'll wait for that arm to go up. There it goes. And then he'll hand it off to Big Clark. And Ricky going to take it in for a touchdown, Dragons.
And just tough running. Give it to him right over the guard on the right side, and he gets it to the end zone.
And here comes Michaela Reagan to kick the extra point. She may have to have a whirlpool bath after all the kicking she's done tonight, Gary.
Yeah, York, 6 touchdowns on the night now, and Bill Gold as well.
And the snap is back. The kick is up. The kick is no good. I think somebody got a piece of that one as it falls no good. But still, the Dragons with 4:01 to play lead it 43-14.
This is Mark Gall, your Twin Lakes business consultant. Between the cooler weather and pumpkin patches, bonfires, and hayrides, what's not to love about fall? With Twin Lakes Gigabit Internet, search for the perfect camping spot, a new soup recipe, or Halloween costumes for the kids. With speeds as fast as 1,000 megabits per second, you can connect as many devices as you'd like and stream your favorite team's games without buffering. When you need the fastest internet with unlimited data, call or visit us online at www.twinlakes.net. We'll help you find the speed that works best for you.
Back here where we just were informed that Ricky Clark's new nickname is the mailman, Gary, goes he's going to deliver. He's going to pack the mail.
Yeah, he packed that one into the end zone, 2 yards for the touchdown. And York, biggest offensive output of the season, Gary.
And this one's going to be on the ground, and falling on it again is the Indians. And that number 5, Gary, I'm not sure. Whatever it is, Johnson has fell on that ball 4 times tonight.
Yeah, and, he got it on offense one time, fumbled. Maybe that's part of the reason, Gary. I don't know. But they haven't gave him the ball, or he hadn't tried to return a kick at all tonight.
He's done some great flops over there to get that, get those recoveries. And now it's going to be handed off this time over to the right side. Dragons trying to force him outside. That's Waters trying to get him out of bounds. As now the Dragons bringing in some younger players, and they get it up over the 50 to about the 47. And, Gary, we got some younger kids in now for the Dragons, as knocking him out was number 17, Lawson Martin. Lawson Martin on the stop.
Yeah, really only a couple of regulars still in there, Gary. Most of this kids that we hadn't seen this year, and good to see them get an opportunity to play out on the field.
And now it's going to be first and 10. They'll hand it off again over the left side, and he gets away from one. He's still on his feet, heading down the sideline. He's going to be drug out of bounds by the Dragons' number 15.
That's Stover on the tackle. He's one of the regulars still in there, but not before they pick up about 19 yards.
And, Gary, they're moving the ball well against these younger guys, but especially big number 7. They're giving him his touches now, and they probably should have done that a little bit more at the start of the game.
Yeah, McCurry getting a couple of carries and a little easier to run against this defense, Gary.
And they're back into that. They're going to hand off the big fullback, number 1. He went nowhere. Good job by the Dragons on that one as Cooper come up to hit him. And also
Austin Cooper was there first, Gary. So Ben and Austin,
yep.
Actually that was Eli Kirby and Austin Cooper come in and make that tackle.
So good job by the Dragons to stop him up there, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. As the Indians come up, Campbell under center, got that wing T formation, going to roll out this time. He's looking for somebody to throw to. Now he's just going to dump it out to number 7, and he's going to get close to a first down, but he's going to be brought down right there. Good job by the Dragons' defense to keep him from getting that first down.
Yeah, it was. Campbell just rolling and rolling and rolling. York just never really could get all the pressure there, Gary, and finally he gets the throw off to McCurry, who almost gets the first down.
So it's going to be 3rd and 3 now for the Indians. As up will come Campbell. Campbell hands it off on the left side. And that was going to be drugged down. Great job by the Dragons. Big number 73.
Austin Cooper on the tackle there. He just crashed through the line, got penetration, was able to pull McCurry down for a big loss.
So now we got 2:24 left to go in the ball game. The Indians got a 4th and about 6 now for the first down. 5 to 6 yards for the first down. And the big fullback in there is Griffith Hall for the Indians. They got a man in motion as he'll drop back. Looking, they're going to throw one out there, and that one's going to be overthrown. The Dragons will take over on downs.
Good stand by the Dragons to take over on downs here, and this will be York's ball on their own 27-yard line, and see what York does offensively here.
Just a few more snaps, Gary, in this one's history. This one's a big one for the Dragons. This one punches their ticket to the playoffs.
Yeah, they are a playoff-eligible team now, and the second win of the year, second region win of the year, so still got a region game to go, try to improve their standing a little bit.
And then they've got their old rival next week, Gary. We're going to travel down to L.A. for the Hawkeye game, and that one always a big one. It doesn't matter if it's a region game or because those two teams, it's been a rivalry and everything in that from those two schools.
Yeah, of course, Livingston moved up a class a few years ago, and they're not in the same region anymore, but still doesn't take any shine off of that big rivalry.
They're going to hand it off right the middle and banging straight ahead for a few yards is, I didn't get the number on that one. Looks like that one's Tompkins.
Evan Tompkins getting a carry and getting some positive yardage.
And, Gary, if you look at the numbers this year, this is probably the last year that Sequatchie County and York are going to be in the same region.
It very well could be, football maybe not getting redrawn as much, but we'll see how the new classifications come out.
If you look at the 3A, York one of the smallest enrollments in 3A, so we look for them maybe to move down to AA next year. as they're going to hand it off this time. It'll be over the right side, and that's going to bang straight ahead.
That's Evan Tompkins again on the carry.
And Evan's going to drive it down, and we're going to go under the minute mark before they snap it again. That's 3rd and about 3 for the first down. And, Gary, like I said, the thing about this is if York goes down to AA, we're not sure which region they'll go. They may go east to Wartburg. They may go west where it'll be left to see. But that could be a big change next year from what we've had in the past few years.
Yeah, you got to let them get the populations in and redraw this thing first, though, and see what happens with it.
So now the snap, they're going to hand it off up the middle again. I believe that's Tompkins again, and he's just pushing forward all the way up to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, that'll be the last play.
And that is a conditioned heating and cooling Dragon first down.
Yeah, so York, that'll be it. There won't be another snap. York going to win this one, Gary.
York's going to pick up a much-needed, and I do mean much-needed win here, Gary.
Yeah, huge win for the Dragons. Like I said, that makes them playoff eligible and, get a little momentum going into the end of the season here.
And I know York will probably either end up at Red Bank or Loudon, but, Gary, there's an old saying about the tournaments, you can't win it if you ain't in it.
Yeah, a lot of respect here at the end of the game between those defensive lines. They battled all night, Gary.
So the Dragons win it as the clock runs out. The Dragons come away with a 43-14 win. We'll be back in a few minutes with the Smart Bank postgame show.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
Gibson's going to break free, and he's headed to pay dirt. Gibson all the way for a touchdown, Dragons.
Hello, everyone. This is John Robbins on behalf of State Representative John Mark Wendell, wishing the York Dragons many touchdowns and many wins during the football season. John Mark is happy to be a sponsor of the play-by-play broadcast and hopes that you enjoy each and every game. Again, on behalf of Representative John Mark Wendell, this is John Robbins saying, best of luck, Dragons.
I'm Leslie Ledbetter, a local lawyer with a strong background and years of experience in the medical legal fields. Social Security disability claims, auto accidents, essential documents like wills and powers of attorney, we can help. We also provide deed and title work and handle real estate closings, and we do uncontested divorces. We help lots of families after the loss of a loved one with sorting out estates and probate work. Amber is one of the most dedicated advocates for children and adults who need a voice all over our area, and she handles adoptions and conservatorships, and she often serves as a guardian for those in need. We respect and appreciate our clients, and we want to simplify the complex legal world for you today. Call us at 863-5997.
Cool, crisp air, falling leaves, and shorter days. Fall is just around the corner, and that means 2 words here in Tennessee. No, not pumpkin spice. Football and hunting. Whether you're hitting the field or stepping into the woods, Hall Sports and Outdoors has everything you need to get ready for the season. Up your game with name brand clothing and equipment like Under Armour, Rocky, Columbia, and lots more.
No need to drive out of town for the best sports and outdoor gear. Order online or visit our store to see our amazing selection in downtown Jamestown. Follow Hall Sports and Outdoors on Facebook and Instagram for all the latest brands and sales. At Hall Sports and Outdoors, the outdoors are always open.
And welcome back to now the Smart Bank post-game show, as we'll get kicked off by getting Coach Kerry Johnson in here. And, Coach, what can you say? A much better looking outing here tonight than we've had in the last few.
Night and day from last week, that's for sure. This was the way we kind of played against Upperman, and I feel like we've got to maintain it. We didn't have all the stupid penalties, didn't turn the ball over. That's how you win football games. And if we can do that, I think we can play with anybody. I've said that all year, that we could win any game we play and we could lose any game we play. And, tonight we won. It feels good.
Coach, the one statistic I think jumped out more than anything was on your first down plays. You got almost all positive yardage on your first down and didn't get any penalties to back it up.
Yeah, starting 1st and 10 instead of 1st and 15 or 1st and 20 makes a huge difference in what we do. Like I said, we're not equipped to play from behind the chains, and we didn't do that tonight. And like I said, they were stacking it in there against us, and we were still coming off the ball and doing our assignments. And that's what the one thing that we said over and over this week is, if you will do your job, and trust the other 10 guys will do their job. And I think we did that tonight.
Coach, you got able to get points from every part of the game tonight, every aspect. It was just a nice overall outing.
Yeah, this feels a lot better than last week sitting up there at Green Hills. That's for sure. I just hope that they can maintain this. And like I said, I think they felt good after the Upperman game and thought, okay, this is how we're going to play. And I think they took it for granted they could just kind of go through the motions and practice that next week. And you got to come out and work every day. And this week we had a pretty good week of practice. And it's funny, yesterday we were a little bit sluggish, and I kind of stopped practice and told them we needed to pick it up in certain words.
Coach, I think it's all those fans that we sneaked in here. but
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
But you got great yardage through the air. You got a touchdown through the air. You got touchdowns on the kick, or got touchdowns on the rushing the ball, and you also got points off your special teams. You can't ask much more than that.
Yeah, one fumble and we got it back, and that's the key right there. I mean, we had a couple of breaks go our way for a change, and that makes a huge difference. And beating these guys, Sequatchie County they were picked to challenge Upperman for the region this year, so we're right there. We're close, and if we can just maintain, like I said, come back in here and go to work on Monday, and we got who's next.
Yeah, Coach, you got, like you mentioned, you got a good performance, but it's good to see Gibson back, looking like the old Gibson, running hard. Him and Cooper both running really hard.
This is the first time, I think, since week 1 that he's really been healthy. And I said we've tried to run him a couple times in the past, and he kind of limp into the line there, and we rather have somebody doing full speed as him, and get him right for the end of the year, and maybe we can do something here and be a hard team to beat in the playoffs, maybe.
Coach, you got big yardage from everybody. Even Big Ricky had several yards. You had Tompkins had a good night rushing. You also had Gibson a big night, and Cooper at times Cooper looked like a man possessed, especially on this one when he got called back down here where he lowered his shoulder and run right over a guy.
Yeah, I hated that, and it was behind the ball too, so. And that would put him over 100 probably, because he has. I'm looking at the stats here. He had 89 yards. So, that was a. And I told Ben and Zach both. I said, you two seniors are going to carry the rock this week. So I'm putting it all on you. And they answered the bell.
And Coach also got some good running from Miles Leffy as well. Threw the ball well. We just see the maturity of him now. He's no longer that freshman that came in that first game.
Now you've upped the class by this time in the season. Yeah, you're a sophomore, and these sophomores are now juniors, and they've just got to do that. The one thing, Miles, of course, we haven't got a chance to work, on off-season stuff. He's got to carry out his fakes. I said, if you want to just stand there and hand the ball off and watch the game, you need to pay me $7 to do that. But he needs to carry out his fakes and draw guys with him, which he'll learn that, and that'll help us too in the long run when he starts doing those little things that you don't think much about at the time. But he is, got confidence in him. He can go out there and do the job, and he's he's showing he can do it.
Coach, it gets a little tougher next week. Livingston Academy, they were on a roll at one point, but they've struggled the last couple of games. They've had a couple of tough games the last couple of games. What do you know about the Wildcats?
Hadn't watched a thing on them. I'm sure they're been like they are the last few years. It's the same coaching staff. They'll be shotgun, spread out, and run. They run the read zone runs where they just block an area and let the back cut off of their blocks when they run it. So that's a whole different type of animal to prepare for. And then obviously they're going to throw it 25 or 30 times a game too. McCoy's their offensive coordinator still yet, so they're going to do all that stuff. That we've seen them in the past. We can't run around blocks. We got to take blocks head on against these guys and then get rid of the block, shed the block, and make the tackle off that. Is how you got to play that zone, one of those zone read plays that they run. So that's what we got to work on this week is getting on blocks and getting off of them.
It's not a region game, but Coach, when it comes to Livingston and York, it's. I once heard somebody say that if it was an ugly dog contest, you would never see anything mangier than hairless as you would these two teams would bring out.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling somebody. Their name even, the Hog Eye. It was given. It's funny, that was from what I've always heard. We gave them that name, and they as a kind of a slap in the face, and they've taken it and made it basically their name.
Yeah.
So I know, but that's that's what I've always heard anyway. Big Winham did that, but yeah, it's Livingston, and you don't have to say anything else. That's and these guys are already talking about it. So I'm hoping they'll come back here focused next week, and we can feel like this again next week.
And we might also mention that this game tonight made you guys pretty much playoff eligible. Now it's if you can get to that number 3 spot.
Yeah, I don't know how all this is playing out. They play Grundy next week, and Grundy is Grundy had hard luck. They had Cannon, and they had a forfeit to Cannon on the COVID thing. That didn't cost them a loss, but Grundy, I probably could have snuck in there as well. But I don't know. Obviously, Upperman's pretty much sewn it up, I guess, and then Smith. Hopefully, this kind of gets us in that spot, but like I said, we want to get on a winning streak and try to get in the playoffs and make cause somebody some trouble.
Well, Coach, we want to thank you for joining us. Congratulations on a huge win here tonight. Looking forward to heading over to Hog Eye next week.
Appreciate it, Gary. Thanks.
Back with more on the Smart Bank post-game show right after this.
At Smart Bank, we believe in developing relationships that last by working with you one loan, one customer at a time. We believe in reinvesting local dollars back into the community to help create local jobs. Local reinvestment helps small businesses grow and helps families finance major purchases and build financial security. Smart Bank believes in supporting education and local sporting events that benefit the next generation. At Smart Bank, we believe in delivering more than you think is possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And back here on the Smart Bank post-game show, Gary, a big win tonight. The Dragons needed this one. They're playoff eligible. Take a look at some of the stats from this one.
Yeah, big win for the Dragons. And just looking over some of the stats, York, 21 first downs tonight, 16 rushing, 4 passing, 1 by penalty. 62 rushes. That's the season high, 278 yards. 5 of 8 through the air for another 86 yards. And, when they started running the ball, they could throw the ball too. And, it timing and unison, all those things worked well together and led to a good offensive night for the Dragons, 364 total yards. For Sequatchie County, they had 12 first downs, 5 rushing, 5 passing, 2 by penalty. 24 carries, 31 yards. That's 1.3 yards a carry. They were 8 of 15 through the air for 98 yards, only 129 yards of total offense for Sequatchie County. And they got a vast majority of them on that one drive in the first half, Gary. Some other stats, probably the biggest one is they fumbled 3 times, lost all 3 of them. And York dominated time of possession, 33 minutes to 15 minutes. Penalties, I'm looking for it here. They had 3 for 27. York had 8 for 73.
You mentioned that rushing stats, Gary, 62 rushes. That is due to sustaining drives. They got in drives and they sustained drives.
I'm just going to say that York won first down tonight, and they won it big. And when they get 4, 5, and 6 yards on first down, that allows a lot of good things to happen. And they did it. They were real effective at it. And York wins first down. That's how they win football games.
Let's take a break here, and we'll come back, and Gary will look at the individual stats from this one right after this word from Smart Bank.
At Smart Bank, we believe in developing relationships that last by working with you one loan, one customer at a time. We believe in reinvesting local dollars back into the community to help create local jobs. Local reinvestment helps small businesses grow and helps families finance major purchases and build financial security. Smart Bank believes in supporting education and local sporting events that benefit the next generation. At Smart Bank, we believe in delivering more than you think is possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And Gary, take a quick look at tonight's individual stats from this one.
All right, for York rushing, they were led in rushing. Ben Cooper, 16 carries, 89 yards and a touchdown. Zach Gibson, 16 for 66 and a touchdown. Ricky Clark, 8 carries, 45 yards and a touchdown. Eli Kirby, 10 carries, 36 yards and a touchdown. And Miles Lepiu, 8 carries, 26 yards and a touchdown. Evan Tompkins ranked 3 times for 15 yards. Caden Stover 1 time for 1 yard. Miles Lepiu, 5 of 8 through the air, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Caden Stover caught 2 of those for 19. Gibson caught the 39-yard touchdown pass. Bryson Bilbrey caught 1 for 19, and Braden Miller caught 1 for 9. For Sequatchie County, they were led in scoring by Austin McCurry, 8 carries, 43 yards, and he got about every one of those on that last drive. Griffin Hall, 1 carry for 2. Tyler Lim, 1 for -1. And Peyton Campbell, 14 carries, -13 yards. Campbell 8 of 15 through the air, 98 yards and a touchdown. Austin McCurry caught 4 for 19. Dakota Beanie caught 3 for 58. And Connor Donahue caught 1 for 21. Tackle-wise, they were led in tackles by Austin Moppett. He had 19 tackles for them tonight. And York led by Evan Tompkins with 7 tackles, Connor Warden with 5.
And, of course, Warden had 4 sacks in the ball game.
Officially, they got him on here with 3, but he had 3 in the first half, and he got that one in the fourth quarter, too. So I'm sure he had 4. If you want to recap scoring real quick, of course, York kicked off the scoring. Miles Lepiu on a 2-yard run. Michaela Reagan with a kick. It was 7-0. In the second quarter, Eli Kirby from 2 yards out. Reagan with a kick. It was 14-0. Michaela Reagan with a 23-yard field goal. It was 17-0. Sequatchie County gets on the board. Austin McCurry on a 1-yard run. Hunter Robinson with the kick. It's 17-7. And right before halftime, Zach Gibson from 7 yards out, the kick missed. It was 23-7 at halftime. In the third quarter, Ben Cooper with a 3-yard run, Michaela Reagan with the kick. It's 30-7. And then Zach Gibson on a 39-yard pass from Miles Lepiu, Michaela Reagan with the kick. It was 37-7. In the fourth quarter, Sequatchie County, it was Dakota Beanie, 17-yard pass from Peyton Campbell. Kick was good. And then York finishes it off with 4:01 to go. Ricky Clark from 2 yards out. The kick failed, and that's the final score, 43-14.
Well, folks, there's only one thing left to do. That's name our player of the game, and Gary will have that when we come back after this word from Hall's Family Pharmacy and Hall Sports and Outdoors.
Hello, this is Philip Hall with Hall Family Pharmacy and Hall Sports and Outdoors. We are proud to sponsor this broadcast player of the game. Be a part of the winning team. Hall's is proud to be this area's #1 pharmacy, and now you may visit our expansion in downtown Jamestown for all things sports and outdoors and a complete line of sports medicine equipment.
Back here now. Gary, you got us a player of the game for tonight?
Really, for the first time all year, we could probably go a lot of different directions, Gary. But I'm going to do something a little different.
If you live in the 12th Senatorial District, you know you have a state senator who has your concerns at the top of his list of priorities. I'm talking about Senator Ken Yeager, a senator that really is a voice for the people he represents. Senator Yeager is a staunch supporter of York Institute and continues to fight to keep it state funded. Ken Yeager, a state senator who is really a voice for the people of the 12th Senatorial District.
Great game, so Connor Warden will be our player of the game.
Well, the Dragons come away with a big win here tonight. They beat the Indians tonight by a final of 43-14. The Dragons, a huge win here tonight. And now we get ready for Livingston Academy next week. And, Gary, those two teams, they always play each other hard.
Yeah, they do, and I didn't know that York had pinned the nickname on them, so I learned something tonight, and kind of interesting that you own them that way. Maybe York come out and play good football like this again tonight, hopefully, and can own them on the football field next Friday night.
I've been able to watch them on Twin Lakes cable TV, the Overton County channel. I see Sid's replays of those. They throw it all over the field, folks. Just be prepared for an air attack come Friday night down at Livingston Academy. Well, we're going to wrap it up from here tonight. I want to thank Trixie over on camera one, and we'll wave to her as she's probably freezing on her. She's probably wishing we'd get done a whole lot quicker. She's jumping up and down on there. So, folks, we're going to wrap it up from here tonight. Thank Gary for keeping us, being with us tonight, and thank me for keeping us on the air because I'm actually still working over there according to the computer. But anyway, folks, till next week when we head to L.A. and Hog Eye, I'm Gary Clark. We'll see you at the game.